Yeah, I'll react to that, sure. Or have I seen this? Oh my god, I've seen it. Okay, well, never mind about that. Let's just do the Balkans video, guys. Maybe I'll find another Bosnia video next time. I haven't seen... That was a preemptive like 2, right? Jesus Christ. Okay, Jesus. Okay, perfect. Okay, we'll do this one. Sorry. Not a good intro. Original link to the video from Ryan Shirley. I love his channel. I've said all the time. He's my favorite travel channel. He's even commented on one of my videos, and I was really excited to see that. I'm going to stop talking. Top 10 places to visit in the Balkans. Preemptive like. My name's Connor if you're new. Let's go. We'll love any comments as always.
Ryan Shirley, and I spent the last few years exploring Southeastern Europe, and I want to show you my Shirley, and I spent the last few years exploring Southeastern
That looks so sketchy.
Europe, and I want to show you my favorite places. So here's my Balkans top 10. The Balkans are known as one of Europe's most affordable regions. There's no set definition of the Balkans.
I had to make sure my thing was set up. Last pause.
The Balkans are known as one of Europe's most affordable regions. There's no set definition of the Balkans, but usually they are made up of the countries of Albania, Bosnia, Bulgaria, Croatia, Greece, Kosovo, Montenegro, Macedonia, Moldova, Romania, Serbia, and Slovenia.
See, he might be right, but I've always... I wouldn't have considered Slovenia, Moldova, or Romania Balkans. I'm kind of close to saying that Bulgaria isn't Balkans, but that's just my feeling. But like, no way Moldova can be. Oops. Does anyone agree? Disagree? I'm not sure about Romania and Slovenia. Seems like more of a like Alps country. I could be wrong though. I definitely think of Serbia, Bosnia. Okay.
That's a lot of countries. The Balkans are famous for its medieval towns, natural beauty, and complex history. It's a region I hope everyone can explore. Alright, let's start this video off at Montenegro's coastal town of Kotor. Located in what some consider to be Europe's southernmost fjord, Kotor is one of the most well-preserved medieval old towns in all the Balkans. It's grown in popularity over the years, and it's a popular cruise ship stop. If you want to get one of the best views
Montenegro? Is that Mountain Black Mountain?
of Kotor, you can drive up the Serpentine Road to get a panoramic view of the entire bay and surrounding mountains. I mean, just what a beautiful city. From Kotor, you can make the 30-minute drive over to the nearby islet of Sveti Stefan. It's this 15th century island fortress that has been converted to a 5-star luxury resort. If you can afford it, it would be quite the place to stay. While we're still in Montenegro, we're going to check out the Drdavica Tata Bridge. This is one of the coolest arch bridges that I've ever seen. The bridge was finished in 1940 and it consists of 5 arches, with its highest being over 564 feet above the river below. I mean, just such a crazy looking bridge. Alright, after Montenegro, we're gonna head over to the neighboring country of Bosnia and Herzegovina. Known for its beautiful rivers, medieval bridges, and fascinating history, it's quite the place to visit. Now, one of my favorite places in the country is the city of Mostar. The most popular feature
This is freaking beautiful.
the city is the Old Bridge. It's an Ottoman bridge from the 16th century. It stood for 427 years until it was destroyed
You must have a lot of Ottoman and probably some Roman history as well.
in 1983 during the for 427 years until it was destroyed in 1983 during the Croat-Bosniak War. But in 2004 it was rebuilt.
My birthday.
Now, one of the cool things that I love about the bridge is that they let you cliff jump off of it. I believe it's a nearly 20-meter fall down to the river below.
I would do it.
Pretty high. But next time in Bosnia, I'm gonna make sure to send a gainer off of the bridge.
I can't do a gainer. I'll do
backflip. The
backflip.
Kravika waterfalls. Only a 40-minute drive from Mostar, the Kravika waterfalls are home to an incredible amphitheater of cascading waterfalls, with some as high as 25 meters tall. What's cool is they let you swim there, so it's just a great place to spend during the warm summer months. After Bosnia, we're gonna head up
I am so happy now that I don't think of what I used to think of with Bosnia. It looks freaking beautiful. Now, I wonder if anyone is from Bosnia or knows, is this an all year round phenomenon, or is it only in like the spring when the snow melts?
Another really cool spot in Bosnia is the Kravica waterfalls. Only a 40-minute drive from Mostar, the Kravica waterfalls are home to an incredible amphitheater of cascading waterfalls with some as high as 25 meters tall. What's cool is they let you swim there, so it's just a great place to spend during the warm summer months. After Bosnia, we're gonna head up to Croatia. Now I have to say that Croatia is one of the most beautiful countries in all of Europe. One of my favorite places in Croatia is Dubrovnik. Dubrovnik is one of the most popular medieval towns in all of Europe. The history of Dubrovnik dates back to the 7th century when it was founded by refugees. One of the most notable features in Dubrovnik is the walls that surround the city. They're almost 2 kilometers in length and anywhere from 4 to 6 meters thick, which was used to protect the city throughout history. The unique look of the city has made
I love the matching red roof tiles and the white walls.
a popular filming location for series such as
Oh,
Game
Jesus Christ.
of Thrones. Now another fascinating city in Croatia.
There's a Roman, there's a Colosseum. Guys, Dubrovnik, I just watched like a week ago, a Croatia travel video, Ryan Shirley, that one was featured, so I saw that. Colosseum?
Is Pula. The city is home to the Pula Arena. It's this perfectly preserved Roman amphitheater that was constructed from 27 BC to 68 AD. It's the only remaining arena to have 4 side towers, and it's the world's 6th largest surviving Roman arena. What's cool is you can walk inside of it, and it's just such a wonderful sight to see. Now right off the coast of Pula is cool as you can walk inside of it, and it's just such a
So these things right here were placed by humans 2,000 years ago. Are you allowed to touch it? This right here, this rock, was put by hands 2,000 years ago.
wonderful sight to see. Now right off the coast of Pula is the Rugini Islands. That's a set of 14 uniquely shaped islands that have a really distinct look to them. Now if you want to head inland, you can check out the Plitvice Lakes National Park. It's home to some of Europe's most beautiful lakes and waterfalls. They remind me a lot of Bosnia's Kravica waterfalls. You take an electric boat over the water and explore the 16 terraced lakes of the park. There's wooden walkways to walk and explore. I mean, just such a beautiful place. I can't believe the color of the water there. Alright, after Croatia, we're gonna head up north to visit Slovenia. Now, one of my favorite places in Slovenia is the fairy tale destination of Lake Bled. Located just 40 minutes drive outside the capital of Ljubljana, Lake Bled is one of Europe's most scenic lakes. It's famous for its island that has a church on it. Another stunning place in Slovenia is the river Socha. This river is over 138 kilometers long and passes through western Slovenia and Italy. It's considered to be one of the most beautiful rivers in all of Europe, and I can totally see why. It has a
How are Slovenia and Croatia arguably more beautiful in nature than Greece or Italy or Spain or France, and yet it's not nearly as known?
very distinct emerald color to it that I've never seen before. It's a great place to go kayaking and river rafting. I mean,
all
the
I can
river just full of
all
so
I can
many
say is
rapids,
from what I've seen on
winding turns,
video.
and
So
scenic bridges. I can't think of a better place to spend during a hot summer day. Afterwards, we're gonna head down to Bulgaria to the beautiful city of Varna. Now, Varna is located on the east side of Bulgaria, right on the coast of the Black Sea. I went here last summer to film a video for the Golden Sands Hotel. I had really had no expectations, but I was pleasantly surprised by its beauty and history. It reminded me.
So the Black Sea, guys. I know that the only access to the Mediterranean is through the Bosphorus, the Dardanelles, right? I think it's the Bosphorus, Dardanelles. And so, but it's also fed by a lot of rivers, big rivers, like the Danube, not the Volga, the Dnieper. And so I wonder, is it less salty than the Mediterranean? Is it more of like a salty freshwater mixture? Or is it just all salt water?
Coast of the Black Sea. I went here last summer to film a video for the Golden Sands Hotel. I had really had no expectations, but I was pleasantly surprised by its beauty and history. It reminded me a lot of California's coastline. It had great beaches, wonderful weather, and tons of entertainment. I was also surprised by the amount of history there. There were tons of Roman ruins. I drove out to this place called Cape Cagliacra. It's this point that goes out to the ocean, and it's home to an impressive ancient fortress that dates back to the Roman times in the 5th century. Another cool historic spot is this place called the Al-Zaraha Monastery. It's a medieval Orthodox Christian cave monastery that dates back to the 5th century. Now, another really cool spot in Bulgaria is the Belogradchik Fortress. It's located in the Balkan Mountains. It's this ancient
7th century, 52 AD. Was it 6th century?
Is the Belog Cave Monastery that dates back to the 5th century. Now,
I love history. I'm an American. We're 250 years old. Not even. I think our 250th anniversary is next year's July 4th. So to me, I just hope you know that hearing things that old that are still standing is the coolest thing.
Another really cool spot in Bulgaria is the Belogradchik Fortress. It's located in the Balkan Mountains. It's this ancient fortress amongst some really unique rock formations. The fortress was captured by the Ottomans in the 14th century. The thing that strikes me about the area is how they incorporated the rocks into the fortresses. I mean, just such a unique place. Is how they incorporated the rocks into the fortress.
How are these even formed? Just by wind?
I mean, just such a unique place. I've never seen anything like it. Alright, after Bulgaria, we're gonna head up north to Romania to see the medieval castles of Transylvania. Now, Transylvania is a very intriguing yet spooky region. Transylvania is where Bram Stoker's novel Count Dracula takes place. Now, one of the most famous locations in Transylvania is the Bran Castle. Located near the city of Bristol, the castle was built around the 14th century and served as a fortification against the Ottoman Empire. Due to its dramatic architecture and possible connection to Vlad the Impaler, the castle has been named Dracula's Castle. I could totally imagine Count Dracula using this castle as his hideout. Now, Romania is also home to this.
Is Dracula taking inspiration from Vlad the Impaler?
Really cool road called the Transfiguration Road. It's full of hairpin turns, and it's easy to see why it's one of the most popular roads in all of Europe. After Transylvania, we're gonna head over to Greece to visit the medieval monasteries of Meteora, located.
That's really scary, because this doesn't look very stable. Like, it doesn't look like a lot of rock. It looks like dirt.
Meteora, located in central Greece. Meteora is home to 6 monasteries built upon nearly inaccessible rock pillars. During the 14th century, monks were facing attacks from Turkish raiders, so they needed a place where they could worship in safety. They decided to start building the monasteries upon the rocks. These places of worship were perfect for the monks because the only way to reach them was by climbing long ladders.
The only problem is, if you're on top of rocks, it's not like you can dig down to well water. So all they would have to do is surround you long enough until you surrender from thirst.
The monasteries became a place of refuge, and over 20 monasteries were built during the 14th century. I was lucky enough to go here a few years ago. When I got there, I was just amazed by the architecture of these monasteries. They are perched perfectly on the cliff edge, and you wonder how people could have built these.
Is that a well?
They are perched perfectly on the cliff edge, and you wonder how people could have built these in the medieval times. Monks and nuns currently live in the 6 surviving monasteries. The largest one is the monastery of Great Meteoron. If you're ever in Greece, make sure you visit this magical place. Another incredible spot in northern Greece is Mount Olympus, or otherwise known as the mythical mountain of the gods. At 9,570 feet high, it's the highest mountain in all of Greece.
Mordor?
According to Greek mythology, this is where Zeus and other Greek gods resided. If you want to hike the mountain of the gods, it's recommended to do the hike in 2 to 3 days, and I'd recommend having a guide because it can be quite dangerous and a confusing hike. While we're still in Greece, we're going to head over to the iconic city of Athens. It's the capital and largest city in Greece, and it's...
I heard something like 50% of everyone in Greece lives in the Athens area. Let me know if I'm wrong.
It's one of the world's oldest cities. Athens is such a wild place with so much history. One of my favorite places in Athens is the Acropolis. If you want to get into Parthenon, it costs about 20 euros, so it's a little expensive, but it's totally worth it, especially if you're there. When I went to the Acropolis, I was able to get some of my favorite time lapses over the city. There's just an endless sea of white buildings with mountains in the background. If you do go to Greece, I recommend exploring Athens for at least a day or two. It's just such a unique place. Well, that is it for my Balkans.
What is 20 euros in USD? That can't be that much more, right? Probably like $23. To get to see that, I would.
Top 10. There's so many more places I wish I could include
Amazing.
in this video. I'd love to explore more of Southeast Europe. Let me know where your favorite place in the Balkans is in the comments below. If you want to feel relaxed, I started a relaxation channel where I post hour-long videos of places such as Greece or Switzerland with calming music that you can just play in the background to bring some peace and nature in your life. You guys can find me on Instagram and TikTok at shirley.films. Anyways, it's Ryan, and we will see you later.
Oops.
What's up, guys? My name is
Great video. I feel like I was a little more hyper there than usual. Might have been a little too pausey. Okay, sorry about that. Absolutely stunning. By the way, I've learned a little bit about Zeus. He was kind of a weirdo. Look up his story at your own risk, but I always thought he was just like lightning bolts. If you look at the mythology of Zeus, it gets a little freaky. A little... yeah. Cool guy. Love y'all. Hope everyone's doing well. If you're not doing well, chin up. You'll be good soon. Don't worry. Emotions are fickle, my friend. See you guys next time. Keep on learning. Bye.